Oh. This nigga's an idiot.
Yeah, I'm perfectly toxic. Stop being so damn childish. I gotta move my hand, move 1,000 grams off my posture. This little bitch so bad, might get it back, just how she arching. It's not training, they wanna see my stash, I pull a carpet. It's a tag on his head, leave him on the glass like carpet. Sorry, I don't broom jump, walk hard, my only bribe me. See my stash and cry, man, that bitch my joy and proud of me. Damn.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Tar Heels will kick it away first. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback checking the play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Going up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
After run, now throw. He's right on target. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, first and 10 again.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
The give to the single back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Swings it out to the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Got it, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter.
Florida State 14, North Carolina 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Back to the air one more time. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, no. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by just 1 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Getting some heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down, using his legs to buy some time. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Wants to throw on third down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina! Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. He turns that loose down the right side.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires downfield. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
North Carolina, 14.
And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Now adjusting. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The option look. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Not able to... Turn, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Turns it on in midfield. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter.
28, North Carolina, 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
At midfield, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That last completion has him set up, second and short. To the air, it's Combs. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. And his throw is incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a